Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Cooking Without Bacon since Christmas. Yeah, so this is our first one after Christmas, but for you, you'll be watching this in probably mid-July or something.
That's facts.
Yeah, you'll be grilling hot dogs and crap.
If you're watching this during Halloween season, comment down what Halloween costume you are, and give me the candy.
Anyway.
Hey, yo.
To make editing easier.
You want kids to give you candy? All right, today we are talking about...
Whoa. This is a very special episode because Franklin is going to be steering the ship. Anyway, please proceed, Franklin.
Pray for us all.
Hey.
So today we're talking
Pray
about...
for us all.
I'm sorry, please continue.
Today we are talking about a professor that I had in my first semester of college that, his moral and ethics were quite questionable, and we're going to discuss some of these things today. So
So you're not going to build it up at all? You're just going to get straight in?
I present to you.
It don't work. The hype. Oh, the hype was so high.
We've been waiting months.
I present to you.
I like him.
Third time's the charm, try again.
You can cut this out, crap out.
What the frick?
Very sketchy.
All right, Pee-wee. No, stop. Pee-wee, stop.
I love how cooking without aren't capitalized, but then just bacon is.
Okay, well now you can. Now you can. Now you can. All right, so this is Reed Arvin.
Who's Reed Arvin?
We're gonna get in trouble for this.
We're gonna discuss that.
Yeah,
He taught.
You don't want to know.
He taught a class called Career Creativity.
L class.
So.
Okay.
Reed Arvin is an author. He has written several books. And I'm going to go into a story about one of the books that my freshman year's roommate's grandmother read.
Huh?
I don't know exactly.
Your roommate's grandmother?
Yeah. So she read a Reed Arvin book once, and
50 Shades of Grey.
Nah, 52
Shades. And she said that the book was so raunchy and filled with sex that she threw it in her fireplace and burned it.
Okay, so I wasn't very far off.
No. I haven't read any of these, nor do I really want to. But that's it. And Reed Arvin is known for stealing creativity.
Wow.
Because in class, he had a 15-minute beatdown of a student's work of art that made the student cry sadly, and
true story.
And this dude is basically a Jack Bleep. And he stole creativity because anything creative he just didn't like unless it had to deal with sex or children or something like that.
Yeah, Pee-wee. This is a Pee-wee's kind of guy right here.
I hate this.
All right.
I'm a changed man since after Christmas.
Exhibit A. This is a list of things that Reed Arvin loves because he wanted us to make a list about it too.
I love this.
So I want a Pee-wee especially to read through the list and see if he notices anything.
Okay. It's kind of blurry.
Read it out loud.
What am I reading? This is blurry.
Read it out loud.
I do see sex. I see female energy.
I see.
But I want to point
to
something
back.
out. The cursor is right beside sex too, so that means he had probably just typed it.
Just typed it in.
I do think it's very telling that the only thing that we can certainly tell is sex. That's what we all see for sure.
And so one of the stories that Reed Arvin would tell us about in class is that he and his wife had a property, and they loved being out in nature, planting stuff in their backyards. And one day, Reed was reading online. Get it, Reed. He was reading online about a scientific study that's about something that's supposed to help the soil. And so he started doing it, and he told the class about it. And that was to bury his wife's underwear in the yard.
Wait, I'm so sorry. That came out of left field.
Yeah.
Can you...
No, please, can you explain a little further?
The science, what about...
I don't really know.
Like, progesterone is good for soil.
As
growth or something?
I've never really tried it.
By golly, I'm glad you haven't tried it.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Wait, so he told the class that he had done that?
Yes.
That's TMI, dude.
Like, there's it goes beyond just like doing something weird, but also thinking that it's like acceptable.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell my students this. That's like
Yeah.
no, like
No.
you guys have done this before,
And
right? Like,
and,
You all both got
okay,
one, right?
and Reed also has a very special connection to Lipscomb. Not only was a professor here, but he used to be in a band with the famous Amy Grant,
I don't know who Amy Grant is.
You don't know.
the person that sings at Lighting of the Green every year.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm in my room every time, bro.
Okay, well, forget you.
Oh no, has he done the deed with Amy Grant?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Don't ask me.
Yes.
All right, so the next slide, he.
Hold up, are you just gonna mention the underwear thing and then move on? Like, we need deed.
I don't know exactly. I
details,
forget.
dude.
Like what? How did the wife react?
She was down for it.
How this?
I mean, they're divorced now, though, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure him mentioning that he had,
Hey, Reedy.
unless he's got more than one ex-wife.
I wouldn't be
If
surprised.
you're watching this, please let us know.
Yeah, comment down below.
What have you and Reed done behind closed doors
Or make it open doors.
and on top of the bell tower? What was the context of his mentioning this? Like he doesn't just
Yeah,
like
he
he,
didn't just
he doesn't just walk in and go, "Hey guys,
guys,
buried
guess
my." Yeah.
Well, he was on Zoom every day, and he would always talk about his lessons from Oakleaf, which is what his property was called.
Right. Lessons from Oakleaf.
And I don't really remember because this was over 4 years ago now for me, so my memory is a bit jogged in some places.
Of course.
No, if it's jogged, that means you remembered.
Yeah,
Idiot.
if it's
Same thing.
Bozo.
Potato. So the next slide, we were tasked with an activity to where we needed to list out some.
Can we move on to this from this list?
We're about to.
Because
We're
He's
about to.
uncomfortable.
I feel
And so Reed kicked it off with a few of his own, and Mike put in a few too. But the one that's really going to stick out, I'm pretty sure, was from Reed, because I doubt a student would say this in their freshman year of college.
I probably would. Never mind. I take that back.
We had to make a list about like
making new friends is under lock.
it was just like new events. It was just like
priorities are straight.
it was basically like life-changing events basically. Or just something like that.
Someone wrote that.
Someone's like,
I think that was Reed.
No. The students wrote it.
so it's like starting high school, time, money management, lose virginity, and then make your friends.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense though. If you lose it, then that person becomes your friend, right? It's like
Your friend?
Lost your virginity before?
no,
You do not stay friends. I would know. I'm a virgin.
And then I heard a story about the year prior to when I took this class, about what one of the assignments Reed had his students do.
How substantiated is this story?
Is it really icky?
A little bit.
Okay.
Reed
We're putting him through something with this
Reed
episode.
tasked everyone in the class to write a short story, probably like 500 to 1,000 words.
That's a short story.
And they had to have a few different requirements as to what was in them. And one of the requirements was that it had to have a sexual encounter in there.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
It can't be.
Multiple people have told me about
It
this.
can't be. This is a Christian school. It can't be.
He no longer works here.
That's the only criterion. Is it? There must be a like.
Well, there was a few other things, but that was what stuck out the most to that class,
Well, yeah,
of course.
obviously,
Of course,
but
yeah.
like he didn't dress that up at all. Like there has to be this in it. It's just any sexual encounter.
Hey, there's gotta be banging.
Like
Between
what
two
the heck?
females.
And the people who have come forward about this and the huge trial that's going on right now, Arvin versus America.
Arvin versus David Lipscomb.
Did he talk about why that was a requirement?
I wasn't in that class, so I don't really know.
They haven't mentioned.
He never mentioned it, no.
Well, the people who told you, they've never mentioned like this is what he said that we need it for.
I can't remember.
Like, is there something to him about like sex that just is like stimulates creativity. I mean, like, post-nut clarity is very strong. I get that. But, like...
Well, you know, he's probably out here writing books on, like, new positions to try out or something like that. He's probably, like... Well, Reed's probably like, okay, I'm going to hang from the ceiling through handcuffs.
Please continue. I like where that was going.
To all our younger viewers, please know us.
And you're gonna get on top of me up there. You're gonna get a ladder to climb up, or you're gonna climb up me like I'm a tree. Something like that.
I have thought about this before.
No!
Like, no, not that. Like, no, not that. No. But like, what if the woman is on the bed, right? And the guy is at an elevated position.
I'm gonna leave. Any more discussion of this, I'm leaving.
And he jumps, right?
No!
And like,
no!
like if he nails it, right?
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on to a new... Okay, I think we're done with the sex talk from Reed Arvin. P-Way, you might be a little uncomfortable during the scene. But
it talks about dating people your age, doesn't it?
No. But P-Way, this is probably... This is about as racist as Sawyer's script. What I'm about to show you. This is something that Reed Arvin said in class. Okay, so to set the scene, Reed Arvin was on Zoom as per usual. You know,
why was he on Zoom? Like,
because
he's not allowed within 500 people at school.
No. He had a lot of surgeries. And his like
freaking trans.
All of his guts have been rearranged before. Probably multiple times
by his wife.
And so but it was literally to where if he got COVID, he'd probably be dead.
Oh wow, okay.
And so that's why he could not come to campus.
Come in and get it, dude, please. Be our
but to set the scene, he was on Zoom one day, and we have this kid in our class named Philip, same race as you, a P-Way.
You can say black. It's okay.
Okay, black. He is black.
Get permission.
He's African American. However you want to describe it. And so I think we should just watch the clip.
There's a clip. Oh. How many of you are familiar with the phrase 40 acres and a mule? Philip, I'm not surprised. Can you define that for us? Hit your mic and tell us what 40 acres and a mule comes from, if you know. You could have heard it and not be that familiar with where it comes from, which is fair enough. But do you know where it comes from?
I feel like what it means is sort of like saying you're all that in a bag of chips, like having this and then a little more to that, I guess.
No, here's where it comes from. When the slaves were freed after the Civil War, every slave was promised 40 acres and a mule. That's where that phrase comes from. And 48.
Okay, P-Way, would you like to give your thoughts on that clip?
What gets me is the Philip, I'm not surprised.
The thing that really kind of took me by surprise is like, no, that's wrong.
When the slave.
He goes out and like, when the slave.
That clip, that is aged like black people, honestly.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Black don't crack. Look at a P-Way. Look at me.
What does that mean?
I'm respecting black people over all others, so I am being racist in favor of black people. But anyway.
He wants to marry a black girl.
That's true. Applications in the description.
No, it's not.
Photo verification required.
This just came to my mind.
Age verification.
Accepting 12. I mean,
you heard it?
I just remembered this. So, of course, everyone in the class absolutely murdered him and lit him up in the course evaluations, as they should.
Okay, what did you put?
She wasn't there.
I don't remember exactly, but I probably cussed a few times, and I probably said...
Wait, seriously?
I don't remember.
No, he didn't.
What is the target that you, talked about in the course eval where, this has got to go?
He judges creativity, with a bad view that anything that he does not like is bad. But one of the things I do remember, Reed really liked this one student's story that what she wrote.
Yeah, the
That's a
moment
girl.
I knew. Yeah, I knew immediately.
Oh,
And so,
I'm surprised you said he liked her story. I was expecting a very different word to pop up at the end of that.
and so, at some point through the semester, I was in a group with this girl, and she told our group that Reed had been emailing her to see more of her work.
Hey, careful how you word that.
No, listen. He probably emailed more of you. And
And
then,
then
like asterisk, like, oh, our work, my bad, typo.
Yeah, work.
Oh no. Did he send you pictures?
I don't know.
Did he ask for pictures?
I don't know. I was asking one of my good friends, Jacob, today, because we had that class together, if he had any exhibits that I could show tonight, and he gave me a few. But one of the things he told me, because Reed Arvin only came in our class once, and it was for our last class, and he told me that when Reed was walking in, this was in the swing room where, like, it goes down, basically. Like, when you enter, you go down. It's like rows, all that. And he said when Reed walked in, he would, like, fist bump the guys, but then for the girls, he would pat them on the back.
Every single one of them?
Not every single one, but, you know, a few.
Like more than you should.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have thoughts on that?
Because I ain't got no problem with touching people.
Take that out of context.
Hey,
At
chat,
least
clip
all
that,
women.
clip that.
So like he was lingering. It wasn't just like a. It was like a.
I don't know, because I came in right as class started because I was like, I don't want to talk to this dude. But for the final exhibit, this was my
final exhibit. Oh, now's a great time to talk about our sponsor for this.
Okay.
This video is sponsored by Woodland West Church of Christ, a wonderful Church of Christ based in Arlington, Texas. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't. You're right.
This is my home church where my father preaches. That's right. The host of Cooking Without Bacon's father preaches there. So if you want to hit them up, link in the description.
Are we ready for the final exhibit? Does anyone in here know of the Netflix show You?
I do.
All right, if P-Way knows.
Let me go on.
Heard of it.
Explain what it is to the
You
audience.
is about this one single guy who stalks and these women, and then he kind of falls in love with them, and then it's like decides he doesn't like him anymore, so he kills them. In brutal ways.
For this final project, we were tasked with a few different things. It had to include, you could choose from a list, but you had to include like 3 different things. And one of the things was a lost wallet. So we incorporated that into mine. But we're gonna get to watch it actually.
Roll the clip.
Roll the tape.
Today was going to be a very normal day.
But then I met you.
That has a lot of resemblance to you.
The wallet fell out.
The hip thrust.
They did not want their wallet.
Shut up, watch.
They did not want their wallet.
You dropping your wallet was the greatest thing to ever happen to me. Your luscious green hair reminds me of the Grinch, but when his heart grew.
Okay, so I can see why Reed would like this because of all the gyrations.
Shut up,
and
shut
crap. I don't talk in movie theaters, but if Franklin had a theatrical release, I'd talk all.
Can you shut up and watch?
I've never met anyone.
Looks like he has to pee.
I know we just met.
Shut up!
I haven't seen your face yet.
Was he going back down?
Shut up!
Wait, why did he go?
Shut up and watch!
Go back down the
Just
stairs.
watch. This is the greatest shot of all time.
This is on par with Steve Taylor hating people shaking their
Shut
heads
up,
on
watch.
That little. Why is he in the... Hey, yo, whoa!
What's up, good looking? I got your wallet.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I knew it!
Okay.
What on earth was that?
So, you know,
How did you have the idea for that and go, oh yeah, that works, let's go shoot it?
I was in a group and they all agreed to it. So I want you two to give your thoughts on it real fast.
All right, here are my thoughts. Glad you asked for them, buddy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That is the worst short film I have ever laid my eyes upon. No moral. What's the point? I'm gonna follow you. You're gonna take it and you're gonna leave. Why was he so enamored? What the frick was that?
All right, P-Way.
My thoughts on this thing. It was intriguing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I like that. I knew the female right away.
When I saw hair, there's only one person in this one who's gonna agree to wear hair like that.
My comment is the way he walked really looked like he had to go piss. And
Well, that's why he had to go to the bathroom.
that's not how girls walk. Girls are more elegant. And
At no point was I attracted to Owen.
neither am I. Put this on record. I am not attracted to Owen.
I've got another quick question. Like, genuinely, why the frick did he go up the elevator and walk back down the stairs? Like, was that a commentary on, like, girls being stupid? Are you sexist?
No, we just needed a beefing up the time.
Yeah, they just needed a little run time.
Hey,
So they had to like walk third floor
kids.
and back to the
Kids aspiring to be creatives, that is not a valid answer. Someone asks you why something, you got to come up with something. Make something stupid up. Add some lore. Don't say, we need to pad out the runtime. This is why Franklin Briley will go down as one of the worst filmmakers who ever lived. Which is why I'm currently in talks of having him co-produce something with me.
I think this is one of your better films.
Thank you.
It is
P-Way.
better than Billy Wonka because
Yeah.
he didn't waste nearly as much time.
Billy
Okay.
Wonka was trash. I am not doubting. Billy Wonka was trash. 1 and 2. I mean, that was a dumpster fire.
I'm gonna read you Reed's
Comment?
comments on this short film.
What is it?
He gave us a 60.
You deserved it. 100% you deserve that.
But we were only freshmen. He's got to give a
Don't
little
care.
grace.
No, no, not for that.
Okay. Also,
We've had Max Merlo, the man, the myth, the legend, on this show. Before he was a freshman, he was pumping out features. Come on, man.
well, he's built different. Okay, I'm gonna get into Reed's
Was
comments.
it the guy from episode 8 and 9?
You know Max.
Oh, you're the one who brought him on?
Yes, a P-Way. You brought him.
Oh, man.
It's his own guest. He doesn't remember his own guest.
All right. I'm gonna read Reed's comments.
My bad. Sorry, Max.
So it was a group of 3. He said, before I post my comments, I want to review a couple of things made clear throughout the class. First, boy meets girl stories are always about why they can't be together. Second, we need to have characters we care about, and we understand how to care about them by seeing how they care about each other. Which,
Care.
look, he definitely cared for Owen's character. He definitely cared.
Does this mean if they were to continue, he would have killed her? Because that's the whole premise of the show. It's like,
He just wanted to give the wallet back.
Nuh-uh.
once again,
He wanted something else.
He gets out of them pants.
Well,
Or them tight jeans.
it's not like you don't.
Not with Owen. Let me say that.
Okay.
Be very clear.
Okay.
Be on record.
Third, it's vital that characters do what they do from understandable human motivations. Which, giving the wallet back and, wanting some is a human motivation, I feel like, right? Wouldn't you say so, P-Way?
Yes.
Okay,
Selfless.
yeah.
See?
Gonna
Thank
go
you.
help someone
Thank you.
out.
Yeah.
Fourth, getting everything right doesn't matter if the story doesn't make us, the viewers, care. And so on. There's a long list of things we painstakingly teach over and over, in parentheses, over and over, about what makes things work and how they can fail. I won't recount them all here, but simply say these things matter. So, to your project, I can make nothing of it. I can't tell you what it's about. I don't understand why the characters behave the way they do. Absurdly effeminate female character in the bizarre wig supposed to be a woman? If so, that was not a good idea, and she behaves nothing like a woman.
Oh yeah, and Reed Arvin would know.
Mm.
Owen doesn't have that female energy
Yeah.
and sex that he was talking about earlier.
If it was tongue-in-cheek, as in,
What do you mean by that?
we know this is absurd, but couldn't find a girl to do this, that didn't work either, because the absurdity pulled me completely out of the film. Why is the male character so expressionless, and why does he walk like a robot? Why do we see essentially the same scene again and again as the man follows the woman when he could do so obviously simply call her out? On what basis does he decide to enter a woman's restroom as opposed to doing simply waiting outside for her as a normal person would do?
Oh wow, I'm surprised that he's saying that. I'm surprised he's
Yeah.
not like that was the one part I understood.
Exactly.
Yeah, follow her.
And in the ending, what's the point? Who are these characters and why should a viewer care?
I agree.
To describe this film as haphazardly shot is charitable.
Wow,
It's-
that's
Wow.
a sick burn.
It's poorly lit.
Oh.
The handheld work is all over the place. In parentheses, stabilize it or get a tripod for F's sake. No, I'm just kidding. He said for Pete's sake. He said for Pete's
I was
sake.
like, this is a PG count.
I was like, wow.
It's jerkily edited and has some weird hissing sound all over it. This is very poor work.
Jerkily.
I'm guessing. Hey, well, that's what he was doing with his wife. I'm guessing it was done in an evening, but even at that pace, it's shoddy.
The insults are so above his head, he doesn't even know what they mean.
This is about 20% better than what you produce today. But with the Wonka,
He does
with-
produce a dang good podcast, though. I will say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I'm in it. So
okay,
it's gotta be
but the
good.
thing about Billy Wonka is it's not meant to be good. To cap this all off, I want to let you know how Reed Arvin would connect the students together. So
Hey, yo, whoa, human centipede, what's going on?
This is a Christian
And
school, dude.
he's the tail of it.
for most of the assignments, we were put into groups, and we could choose our groups mainly. But him and Mike would set up this platform to where students could enter their information and like choose groups from there. But the one thing that kind of made everyone weirded out was that, of course, Mike and Reed had access to this, but that every student had to put their phone number on there.
Hey, yo.
So he was emailing the
The-
female
the
student.
girl.
He was emailing her to go like an extra level of incognito because number too obvious. You know, her mom
yeah.
sees that.
So the student that Reed Arvin made cry one day after berating him for about 15 minutes in class, nonstop.
After that film, I can see why.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of this.
This is another film. I get it.
No, it was a story placed on top of a piece of artwork that this student had made, and it was pretty good because Reed was on Zoom. This was recorded, and so someone in the class
You are kidding.
No.
downloaded the video
No.
and sent it to Candace McQueen.
No.
No.
Do you have
way.
footage? Do you have footage of this?
There is footage out there, and I have requested to retrieve this from the archive in Panopto Video so that I can view it myself.
Okay, so you
So,
don't have it yet.
so this is an ongoing story now.
You should have told me so we could postpone the episode. Because oh my god, this would be so great. We'll have a part 2, honestly.
But yes, this was my expose on him.
Hey, well done.
We should
Thank
have
you,
more
thank you.
exposés, dude.
Hey, well, hey, you can do one next.
Yeah,
Shit.
lock in, Apiwe. Lock in.
Do one on Ice Spice or something.
Don't tip me.
Here's why I'm not allowed to go to any more of her concerts.
Hey, yo.
Nah, I can't.
All right.
I can't.
Is there any closing statements from you two?
I don't know the dude, and I hate him.
That is very fair. You know how Lipscomb has multiple like houses on campus and around it. If you go
You got a
in,
Diddy house.
if you go in one of the houses, his Grammy is publicly displayed and not locked behind anything. So you know
Wait, like an urn?
what?
No, is it like an actual like award thingy?
And
His Grammy.
and some people
I
have
thought he
thought
meant his
about-
grandma.
You illiterate.
That's why I asked the urn.
but some people have thought about stealing and smashing it.
I wouldn't steal Smash.
Hey.
I would just vandalize it.
If you or anyone you know knows what this is, let me know. I want to go see this.
Email
One.
cooking without bacon, please.
Yeah, email cooking without bacon. I replied to all emails within 24 hours.
Hey, so far that's true. We haven't got an email.
If you got any fan mail as well, send us our way.
All right, Sawyer. Since you had to listen to some of his lessons, how do you feel about knowing the dark side of him?
I got the sense that he was like this very intelligent man who's very organized. Because the thing is, he does have a lot of life wisdom, but like now I see all of this, and I'm like, okay, so sometimes brilliant people are not wise people.
Ooh, quote that.
Yeah, because like the thing is, like surviving in the industry, here's what I will say. His lessons from Oak Leaf were probably the best part of career creativity, and that is a sizzling hot take. But that class was such rancid goat diarrhea that the parts of him just talking about here's how you should use your money, here is the place that you should live, and all of that, I'm like, that's actual practical life stuff that career creativity does not get into. Career creativity is a booty class.
All right, well,
I lit them up on my course eval, so.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end this with
But he's perv, so.
I'm gonna end this episode with kind of a play off of something that Reed would say in class. He said, "You're either going to Graduationville or Readyville."
I remember that.
Well, Reed, I think you better be ready to drop the soap.
Camera 2. You got that.
Cut that out, Jake.
He's not editing anymore, it's me.
You gotta keep.
So now you're in big trouble. All of my pedophilic stuff I can cut out. You're in trouble. Closing remarks, I will say this was a very enjoyable change of pace. We've never done anything like this.
No.
It was not fun and games. It was just straight up like true crime that we were getting into.
I was heavily traumatized.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
Yeah.
I need
Let's go back to
therapy
P-Way's
awkward.
favorite slide.
No. Is this? We see him on the side, looking elsewhere. I'm like,
He's looking
dude.
at his wife.
No, he's looking at the girl. He
Bringing
keeps
in a
emailing.
fresh load of dirty underwear he can go plant in the
He
backyard.
he's looking at the email. That girl.
And then this
email.
one, of course.
Oh, starting high school. Lose your virginity. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Okay, good job, Franklin.
Thank you.
Good job.
And
First
this will
expose.
be a wrap now.
This
Thank
will be
you.
This was episode
9.
Do that in post of cooking without bacon. We hope to see you all next time. Have a fantastic month.
Have a beautiful one.
Daddy,